Hey guys, this is Kevin from the hood. Kevin. Hey, we're going to start cooking our vegetable soup, so this will be a brief introduction. We're going to use V8/Langer's tomato juice, and right now I'm gonna cook the tomatoes, boil them for put them in boiling water for about 8-10 minutes. Let the skin off, then we'll core them, get a little seed out, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to use my brand new Dutch oven. Excited to have it. So I'm going to put celery, carrots, and onion in and cook those for a few minutes. Get them nice and crispy. And I put green bell pepper and red bell pepper in there. So get that nice and crispy. Don't put garlic in for a minute. You want to put garlic in later because it'll burn. And then we're going to add all the other ingredients. We're going to put some granules of chicken bouillon. We'll put 4 cups of water. We'll put 2 cups of the V8 or the Langer's tomato sauce. And a bunch of vegetables. So I've got to get my green beans cleaned and get those prepared. And then I've got canned peas and canned corn. We'll just throw it in there. Make it simple. We're making a lot. And then we'll let it simmer for about an hour, hour and a half. And we're going to have good vegetable soup. Or celery. We're going to put our celery in and let that. Celery, green pepper, onion. Yeah, I think I said that. And then the garlic later. So with a little bit of salt. And that's going to be our soup. So we'll get doing that. And we'll let you follow through. Yeah, I'm running out of juice. Okay. Gotta walk around here. This is my brand new Dutch oven, and I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, we need to put a little oil in the pan. So we're going to put a little Mazola vegetable oil in here, and just a smidgen or 2, and we've already salted our onions a little bit, vegetables. This recipe asks for 2 onions, 2 medium onions. I put 3 small ones. Good guess. So here's our onions. There's our onions. Look at this. Isn't that colorful? There's our celery. And it asks for a green pepper, but I put a red bell pepper and a green pepper in there too. Isn't that nice? And they just ask for it rough chopped. So I got to find something to stir this with, and let me, there's my spatula. So we're going to stir this around. This is what is called a mirepoix. So we're going to let this, the recipe asks to cook these till they're crispy, and I don't know, it's going to be, I'd say 6-7 minutes. And 6 or 7 minutes, we'll get those nice and crispy. Okay, we can see the garlic glistening here, or not the garlic, but we see the vegetables glistening a little bit and a little shiny. So now we added the garlic, and again the garlic will burn, so we want to cook the garlic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gradually add all the other items for the recipe. Now I boiled some tomatoes, but for the interest of time I'm just going to use the can that I have. I'll drain the can and pour this in. So we'll start. Let this cook a little bit more. See them glistening in there, and I probably might have been able to cook that a little bit more. But now I'll let the garlic release its flavor, and this is a recipe I got on Home Taste of Home Food. Anyway, vegetable soup. It's Got to be healthy. So now what we're going to do, let's get our cans out. So we're going to put cans of a bunch of stuff in. Boy, in fact, I've got artichoke hearts that I could put in there. But I'll save those for some other day. So I'm going to put in a drained can of tomatoes. You drain this. And if I was better doing these videos, I probably would have had all this stuff done. So there's canned tomatoes. I think they probably want them diced. So we'll slice those up a little bit. You can always be a little flexible. See, I can even use a spoon here. So we'll cut these up. And those are going to really cook and break down, and they'll be we'll really be able to cut into them in a while. Now, you know what? This recipe asks for a certain amount of corn. Well, guess what? You're going to get a whole can of corn. Not a pop-up in the infield, but we're going to get a can of corn here. So let's drain this, put in our can of corn. Now that's looking vegetably, isn't it? That's really vegetably. And we'll try to get as many of this out of here as we can and try to keep it clean. So let's keep mixing. Keep mixing. Let this keep cooking. Now, the recipe wants 4 cups of water. That's where I have my big measuring cup here. And so this wants 4 cups of water, and that's perfect because it is 4 cups of water. So there's 4 cups of water. So there we go. Let the 4 cups of water aid in the cooking. And again, anytime you add a little more salt, don't have too much salt, but you want to have enough. Okay, now these are my beans. These are my beans. I don't know how much they asked for, but you know what? That's how much I felt like cleaning. In fact, you know what? I'll put a couple more beans in. I feel it needs a couple more. So I'm going to clean off a couple more beans. One of the reasons I enjoy Rachel Ray cooking is that she just grabs a handful. She doesn't have measuring spoons. She just grabs this. It takes a palmful. So, you know what? These recipes don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect. They can be close and still be pretty darn good. Now, this is my V8 or Langer's Picante. And so this is tomato sauce, tomato juice. So let's mix this up. I don't think that really makes a difference, but we need 2 cups of this. So that's about a half a cup. That's another half cup. That's another half cup. And that's another half cup. And I got some left over from my gazpacho. So we'll put the rest in the refrigerator. We'll save that for another recipe. Now we got our garbanzo beans. Now the thing I did skip in this recipe, it asked for cabbage, but cabbage was expensive. It's expensive. I don't need it. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you guys, while you were away, I put in some, you want to drain these, so I'm draining my garbanzo beans, or chickpeas. And so we're going to add garbanzo beans. There we go. And, okay, what was I telling you? That, oh yeah, I snuck some jalapeno pepper in there. And, jalapeno peppers. And so that'll spice it up a little bit. You know what? I got jalapenos are on sale at the market. So I grabbed a bunch, and you can throw jalapenos and everything. Now here's some, these are chicharros, or sweet green peas. Thank you. And what we'll do is mix this around a little bit. Now what I've got to do is I've got to add a couple tablespoons of bouillon. And that's it, I think. And I think we're ready to go. Oh, I've got to add some spices. So let me shut this off. I'll look at my recipe and see what spices I need. There's my jalapenos that I snuck in there. And I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I'm back with you. This is a simple recipe. Need a little bit of basil. Okay, as you see in there, I've got chunks of bouillon, so I really got to mix that around. So let's mix the bouillon in there. And I may need a little more bouillon. So look at the colors. You know, colors in food, I mean, they're potent. You know, those colorful frogs down in the Amazon, those are deadly, but they're potent. They have power. See, when things have color, they tend to be powerful. So look at that color. Look at the yellow, and oh man. So the only thing I'm missing is the cabbage. I'm going to put some basil in here. You know what? I don't know exactly how much I need, but my theory is enough. Now, I'd ask for 1 bay leaf, but you know what? I'm going to put a couple bay leaves in here. I'm going to put a couple bay leaves. And maybe 1 more. That maybe adds up to 1. Oh, come on, boys. Well, let's unscrew this and get our another. Okay, there's my bay leaves. Okay, and that'll leave a nice odor. I guess these are what they call the aromatics. And we'll put a little bit of thyme in here. You don't need a lot of this. It's pretty powerful. And some dried parsley flakes. And there we go. No, I need a little more than that. Okay, some parsley flakes. Okay, I don't know what that adds, but that should be pretty good. Okay, there's some dried parsley flakes. If I need more, I need more. Now we just need a little more salt. The downfall with soup is the sodium, but we have so much. And you know what? Those aromatics, these smell so good. I wish you guys could smell this. So there's our tomato, there's our vegetable soup. There's our vegetable soup. And let's chop up our tomatoes a little bit. There we go. There we go. Look at those colors. Look at that yummy dish. So we're going to let this simmer for an hour and a half. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put 1 more jalapeno in here just to do that. So 1 more jalapeno. We'll bring this to a boil, and then we'll simmer it for about an hour, hour and a half. And then we'll be back with you.